What is summer without the sun? What is summer without solar fragrances, solar perfumes? To me, there's no summer without my solar fragrances. Now, what are solar fragrances? We will find out here in a second. I have the top 10 solar fragrances from my collection of over 400 fragrances that I absolutely adore and I cannot go without every summer. Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video. Before we get started with the video, I have two announcements. Number one is that if you missed my last hot new perfume releases video, you need to catch it because the most amazing, sexy, freshy to ever exist is in that video. For men, it's a men's fragrance by Mikolov, and some other fragrances for women that are new releases that I reviewed in that video. If you missed that, catch it. My husband was in that video with me. The other announcement is that YouTube has been deleting my views and my comments lately, you guys. Last video, couple of you left comments and I got notifications for those comments, and I know you guys very well, so I know that you didn't delete it. They were very lovely, wonderful comments. These are my regular OG subbies. They would never like delete a comment after posting something so wonderful. YouTube deleted those comments. This has been happening a lot. This is not the first time. I'm not gonna get into all that, but YouTube algorithm or whatever is messed up. It's deleting my comments randomly and my views, by the way. So please let me know down in the comment section if you ever left a comment for me that's, you know, a nice comment that had nothing wrong with it, that didn't violate community guidelines. Please let me know if it disappeared, because it wasn't me. I would never do that. Let me know down in the comment section because I need to know. It was hard for me to pick top 10 because I have a lot of solar fragrances, which most of the time in summertime, I like to wear solar fragrances. I wear the fragrances too, but solar fragrances really are what defines summer for me, okay? So now, what are solar notes? What are solar fragrances? Good question. Now, solar fragrances are those perfumes that have a sunny disposition. Essentially, they are fragrances that remind you of sunny days, make you happy, feel happy. They inherently have this sunny disposition and makes you feel happy when you smell them. So solar notes are added to fragrances, sort of kind of add sun into fragrances. Really, in perfumery, they were like, well, how do we, add sun, that warmth of sun and, sun-kissed skin? How do we add that? How do we bottle it up? How do we put that in fragrances? And they came up with solar notes. That's what gives you that sort of feeling of sunny days, sunshine, sun-kissed skin, beach vibes. All of those things are captured in solar notes and in solar fragrances. So what are solar notes? Solar notes are usually white florals, yellow florals, white florals like tuberose, jasmine, those type of white florals, and yellow florals like frangipani, ylang ylang, mimosa. Those are all very much, Tahitian tiare flower is another one, very, very famous solar note that takes you to that sunny place. Why? Probably because these florals usually grow in tropical places where there's a lot of sun. So when you smell tiare flower, for example, you immediately think of Hawaii or, someplace tropical in, South Asia or Southeast Asia. That's what you think of when you smell those kinds of notes. And solar fragrances usually also include notes like marine notes, you know, aquatic notes, marine notes, you know, like salty sea kind of vibe notes, like salt itself, and then other marine notes like sea notes, you know, seawater, those type of notes are included in solar fragrances too. And also another famous note that's found in solar fragrances is coconut. Coconut is another note that reminds you of tropical places because that's the only place that coconuts grow, right? So you think about sunny places when you know, smell coconuts. Also, citruses like bergamot, mandarin, all these citruses usually grow in either Mediterranean or tropical climates. That's where the citrus fruits grow. Again, remind you of the sun when you smell those notes. Now, solar notes can be synthetic too, like benzyl salicylate. And a lot of these solar fragrances remind you of the beach. That's where it originated. The idea of creating solar perfumes originated, you know, from the beach. In 1935, L'Oreal decided to make a sunscreen product with solar notes in it, benzyl salicylate. A suntan sunscreen product that people would wear to the beach that had that sort of beachy vibes by including benzyl salicylate. So that's kind of like the very beginning kind of solar notes showing up in like skincare, which I see happen a lot. Like a lot of the times, like powdery notes, for example, came from makeup and skincare stuff. So a lot of the times, like fragrance will show up in skincare, you know, skin-based products, and it'll transfer over to fragrances. I have the 10 most amazing solar fragrances here for you guys. These ones, I cannot go through a summer without these, okay? I have some new ones that I've added to this mix, but some of these I've had for a very long time and have been loving them. So I will start, I think, with the latest, most obvious, most solar fragrance. You know, I think this is one of the most solar fragrances I have ever smelled. This literally makes me feel happy. It just really does make me feel happy. This is Juliette Hasselgun's latest release, Lust for Sun. This one, you guys, is absolutely, ooh, does it not only smell heavenly, like you put beautiful beach vacation in a bottle and handed it to me, but it also makes you feel happy. I feel happy right now. I feel happy because I smelled this. Isn't that what we want from a fragrance? We want that experience. We want to feel something, you know, something good when we wear fragrances. And that's what it does. It transports me in my mind immediately to a beach vacation, which is what I want. Right now, today, by the way, I'm sniffing these fragrances and I'm like, we gotta go on our beach vacation ASAP. Okay, so anyway, this one, boy, this one has some amazing notes, like ylang ylang, one of the very popular solar notes, one of the very most tropical smelling notes and heavenly smelling notes. This has coconut. I know it has coconut. Manoi oil, which is, you know, from Hawaii. Manoi, I believe, has like Hawaiian gardenia, you know, that sort of flowers. That's how you make Manoi oil. Oh my goodness, you guys, this has, did I say it has coconut? Yes, yeah, it's absolutely divine. In fact, actually, before I bought this fragrance, there was nothing that even came close to this one right here, which is the next one on my list. This is, you guys know, my die-hard love. This is in my top 5, okay? It's in my top 5. This is Fragrance du Bois Oud Jaune Intense. You guys know that I'm madly in love with this fragrance. And as you know, I don't use this too much. I only wear this. You can see that the dent is small because I only wear this sparingly. For example, I wore this in Hawaii. Last time we went to Hawaii, was it last year? Yeah, last year we went to Hawaii on our summer vacation. That's when I wore this the last time. I don't just pick this up and wear it every day. I am so happy now I have this, which I don't have to feel so guilty to wear. I mean, this is just precious, okay? Yes, this resembles or is reminiscent of this, but it still isn't this, okay? This is like gold to me, okay? The juice is like gold to me. Now I have this, which actually resembles quite a bit of, well, not quite a bit of, like, you know, it has like the same, that beautiful divine yellow floral, white floral scent with the beach vibes, you know, like with the summer tropical vacation vibes, like this one, you know. Same. I could swear, you guys, actually this one I could swear has tiare flower too, although they have not revealed it. So this one does have tiare flower, which is what makes this so divine. Tiare flower is one of the most gorgeous flowers ever. I'll insert a clip of my Instagram post. I posted from Hawaii with this next to an actual tiare flower that I got from the back of our hotel that we were staying at. They had a big tiare flower trees, bushes. This has beautiful tropical fruity notes, tiare flower, I believe ylang ylang too, and of course a very tiny, almost unrecognizable amount of very clean 100% crisp oud that Fragrance du Bois is known for. But you can't, don't think of this as having any oud, you can't even tell, okay? So anyway, this is just that beautiful, beautiful tropical heaven of a fragrance. This, my husband, die hard, loves this, and of course now he loves this one too, because this kind of resembles this. A couple of designer examples for really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful solo fragrances are these two right here. They're twins, so I'm gonna put them together. This one is a Dolce & Gabbana Dolce Garden, and this is a Dolce Shine. So both of these are very much solo fragrances, especially this one. This has tuberose, jasmine, you know, orange blossom, I think too, some citruses in the opening, some, I think a little hint of mango. This has loads of solar notes, like loads of solar notes, even salt, a little hint of salt, and I believe ozonic notes in here as well. You know, some musk and sandalwood, of course, but very much a solar fragrance. It makes me feel so happy. I 100% recommend this, like for, you know, wearing around, you know, during summertime. If you want to wear something like without feeling guilty, like something that's not way too expensive, a solar fragrance that you can wear day to day, here's the one. And actually you can wear it on a vacation too, you guys, okay? And this one, I believe this one is a little slightly different. This has coconut. I know this has coconut. This has frangipani, ylang ylang, some white florals, neroli type of things, some like citruses in here, of course, some vanilla, some sandalwood, but you know, that coconut, the yellow florals, the white florals, all that makes it very much a gorgeous solar fragrance for summertime. Really love it. I've actually put quite the dent into this, as you can see. This one is a little older than this one, so I haven't actually had a chance to put as much of a dent into this one, but this year, yes, I'm gonna wear them more. You guys, a fragrance that is one of the best, most alluring, attractive, just beautiful is this one, Christian Louboutin's Loubimar. I told you guys, unfortunately this is a brand new bottle. My old Loubimar, I had like used it down to here last summer and it disappeared. It got stolen somehow, okay? People see a bottle like this, you guys, I don't want to even go there who stole it when it, anyways, it's gone. I had to get a new bottle. So this one right here, I am so looking forward to wearing this year, you guys. I love this fragrance, actually. This is, again, I have to thank my husband for actually, you know, kind of making me sniff it a little bit more. Like, it was like not a, it's funny somehow how things work out, because first time when I first sniffed this, I loved it. I thought it was very intriguing, but it wasn't like one of my die-hard loves. But boy, my husband got a whiff of this and he went crazy. He loves this fragrance. I mean, you know, there are a few fragrances that he just like loses it. Okay, this is one of them. Another one is like Tom Ford Electric Cherry. Another one is this one. He loves this one, the Fragrance du Bois one. Boy, he has like certain ones that he just loses it. I have a theory what that might be. I'll tell you what he's sniffing and smelling. I'll tell you what it is, because I thought about it, like thought about all the fragrances he kind of goes crazy for, and I thought, what's in it? And then they all had a common ingredient that I think is what's driving him nuts, but I'll tell you that here in a second. But he loves the way this smells. Well, first of all, my husband loves fresh type of fragrances. Like this is also a very like summertime, sunny, you know, the solar fragrance. It's going to be fresh, right? This one has those marine vibes, and it's got a beautiful, one of the best solar notes, tuberose. So this has tuberose and literally has like salt, has a little vanilla, loads of musk. Okay, this has like the marine vibes, the fresh vibes, the sunshine in a bottle vibe. This screams beach vacation. This screams sun, out in the sun. This is a daytime fragrance 100%, but it goes day to night if you want it. Like let's say you're wearing this on your summer vacation, you know, you wore it all day, you can go out to dinner wearing this too. And by the way, even though this is like a fresh sunny fragrance, this lasting power and projection is unbelievable. Okay, unbelievable. By the way, I need to talk about these two. So this one has good performance also. This one is absolutely like intoxicating sillage, but it's not like a beast mode projector. These two are like, you know, I would say average, you know, good, like decent lasting power, especially for, you know, a solar fragrance that tend to like be more fresh. You know, those fragrances are hard to get them to last. Now, Christian Louboutin, you know the quality of Christian Louboutin. They did it with this one. This one is 100% solar, you know, very fresh, very sun-kissed skin. There you go. This fragrance gives that very sexy, sun-kissed, warm skin vibes, you guys. It's so good. That's what drives my husband nuts. He loves that sun-kissed, warm skin vibes, the musks. So that's the secret. So I think it's the musks. There is a certain type or types of musks that he smells in some, you know, female fragrances that he just goes nuts for. Like Tom Ford Electric Cherry also has some really strong musks, and he loves this. And another one is the Narciso Rodriguez Narciso Ombre. He loves that too. That's very musky as well. Loves it. And I am almost willing to bet this has some musk too, even though it doesn't feel like it's very musky. It also matters what the musks are blended with. I noticed that he loves like solo fragrances with musk. I'm waiting for the weather to get even hotter, like warmer. It's warm, but it's not really warm yet where I live. I live on the east coast of the United States. I want that sunny, blazing summer days to come, those days to come to wear this. Oh. And then I have another really unique solar fragrance here. This is Amouage Love Mimosa. This is obviously a mimosa dominant fragrance. This smells like really sparkling, you guys. You know, that's the thing, by the way, about solar notes. They tend to be very sparkling, you know, have a sparkling happy effect about them. So one of the very sparkling solar notes is mimosa, and this smells very sparkling. That mimosa is absolutely divine in this. This also has that marine sea water kind of vibes with the mimosa. So I think mimosa is on two different levels of this fragrance, middle and base. I think with the mimosa note is very strong. It's very beautiful. This is very oceanic, aquatic too, you know. So I think this has like cascalone or seawater or something like that in here. It has ylang ylang as well, I believe. So yeah, and some white florals too, I'm willing to bet. Very sparkling, very like sunny solar fragrance. And of course, I cannot forget the original salty marine beachy scent. This is Olympia by Paco Rabanne. This may not be everybody's cup of tea because not everybody loves a good beachy, salty fragrance. I do, because I think, again, this gives you that sexy, salty skin vibes, like the warm, sun-kissed, you know, like when you go to the beach, you lie on the beach for so long and then your skin smells like sun-kissed, salty skin, like the musky, salty, sexy, warm skin vibe. That's what this gives you. Has jasmine, some citrus, obviously. I think even some ginger with that ginger zing. Has salt actually as a note, which makes it very much like a marine, gives it a marine sea vibe to this fragrance, like very beachy vibe, mixed with the ambergris that's in here, which is a very much a marine, because ambergris comes from the sperm whale. The gut of the sperm whale has that sort of marine vibes to it, along with woody vibes, you know. And then mixed with the salt, it definitely gives the sea vibes. Has like some, you know, woody notes in here. Absolutely beautiful. I think it's like sandalwood. I like to wear this like just running around during summertime too. Then of course I have this one that makes me feel happy. This is slightly sweet, like very little bit sweet. This is a very much a yellow white floral fragrance. This is M. Micallef Watch. It's also juicy because it has some fruity, juicy fruity notes like pear. Peach. And I think plum too, and mandarin orange with that syrupiness. Tuberose and ylang ylang, the solar notes, very prominent. The jasmine, the neroli, and whatever it has, like all these like white and yellow florals. Got a good amount of vanilla, which gives it a little bit of that sweetness. And of course musks, you know. I think this one is a beautiful summer vacation fragrance. I love it. I have a discount code for you for M. Micallef Watch. Is difficult to find any other place. It's like on M. Micallef you get this new, especially the new Legends collection M. Micallef Watch, you can only get on M. Micallef website at a discount. I will link it down below with the discount code. Next one is a very, very, very much a solar fragrance. This even says that in the name. This is Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford. Jasmine, tuberose, you know, ylang ylang. There's coconut, a little bit of maybe like a resin vibe from benzoin, and I think some tonka bean, very, very slightly so. A little bit of warm spices. Some citruses, obviously very much a fragrance that reminds me of summertime. Very refreshing kind of fragrance. This is like not the most like sun-kissed vibes, but it's very much more of a refreshing citrus. The citruses in here are quite prominent kind of solar fragrance, especially if you go like, you know, on a boat, like that kind of vacation. That would be really nice and to wear around in summertime. Daytime wear, I would say, probably goes from day to night though. So the next one is Gucci Bloom Profumo di Fiori. You guys, this one is a beautiful white yellow floral, very much like yellow floral mainly, and white floral fragrance. This has loads of solar notes. It has, you know, tuberose, jasmine, ylang ylang, and then more solar notes. It has some musks, some woody notes, benzoin. It's very, very much, again, like reminds me of a tropical summer vacation. Very much, it takes me like there right away. The performance isn't like the best. You know, this, it's so unfortunate. This smells so amazing, but it doesn't last too long. I almost didn't include this because of that reason, but again, it's not terrible either. I would say about 4 or 5 hours, which, you know, these type of solar notes, I mean solar fragrances, do need to be refreshed, unless of course it's a crazy one like Luby Mar, you know, which I don't know how they did it, but you know, like it's not like beast mode for all day going beast mode. Can't really expect that from summer fragrances, solar fragrances especially. But this one, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous though, you guys. Very much a solar fragrance. I wanted to include it because it's very much a solar fragrance, okay? Absolutely love the way it smells. Originally, this video was going to be top 10 solar fragrances until I remembered the next two. This is one of the two. These I cannot forget because they're two of my favorite solar fragrances. Now, this one is Mancera Coco Vanille. I wore this a ton last summer on our vacation in Hawaii. This one has that gorgeous tiare flower, the coconut, the ylang ylang, some vanilla, of course. It's quite sweet, not too sweet. And it has some musks and some woody notes. Beautiful fragrance. It just is like, you know, beach vacation in a bottle. Absolutely stunning. I enjoy wearing this a lot. This is very enjoyable. This smells like an island paradise, really. And of course, I cannot forget this beauty. This is Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. Look at that dent. I wore this a ton last summer. I only bought it like towards the end of summer, and I wore it a ton. Of course, also brought it on vacation with me last year. This also has coconut, tiare flower, I think ylang ylang too, and some amber, some vanilla, some sandalwood, I believe. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, again, it has a little bit of that, you know, suntan, sun-kissed skin kind of vibes. It's really like Bronze Goddess, you know, like that's what I think of, you know, like suntanned, you know, a woman on the beach. Like, it's absolutely stunning. I love this fragrance. You know, really like a beach vacation in a bottle. Very much a summertime favorite for me. Amazing solar fragrance that makes me happy. Now I have a kind of an honorable mention. It's only an honorable mention because the jasmine in here is slightly more indolic than I would like, and it's also very much a kind of old school fragrance, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but the jasmine I think is a little bit more indolic than I usually like it. This is of course by Guerlain. This is Terracotta. This one, you guys, is like the epitome of a solar fragrance, okay? This has beautiful white florals, coconut, I mean, you name it. It even has a, you know, like that Guerlain, like sun on it. Like, it's just very much a solar fragrance. It makes me feel happy. The jasmine is a little bit, tiny bit too indolic. I wish it was toned down a little bit, the indolic jasmine. But this has that gorgeous tiare flower. Oh, I love tiare flower. You know, again, jasmine, some ylang ylang, I think, like I said, coconut, some citruses, some musks, you know, a little bit of vanilla. Very much a solar fragrance. You know, summer without this type of fragrances is nothing, you know. Like, again, I love it. Just wish the indolic was a little bit less. So that's because of that, this is the honorable mention. But I did want to show you guys, so that's my list, that's my top 10. But I wanted to show you, I didn't include fragrances like this in this list, which I could have, because they are technically solar fragrances too. This one is L'Entendé by Givenchy, which is a very much tuberose dominant fragrance, but this only has that tuberose, and it has other notes that, you know, taken in a more white floral, sweet kind of direction. Less solar other than tuberose, you know what I mean? Same with this one, Dosant by Diptyque. Again, tuberose dominant, but very florally, kind of goes like sweet floral direction. So you get the idea. I gave you solar fragrances, okay? These have all those like salty notes, the coconut, the yellow florals, the white florals, all those like, you know, tiare flower, that sort of very prominent solar notes. And I have something else I want to kind of mention on the side. If you want to know what solar scents are like, smell this. Okay, this is Sol de Janeiro's latest Rio Radiance Cream. This is a solar smelling, solar note body cream, which if you missed my last perfume and body cream layering combo video, I talked about this, layering this with all of your solar fragrances like I just talked about, okay? This has all the above solar notes that I mentioned. everything. Okay, this smells very much like the beach, like you're lying on the beach, that sexy sun-kissed skin smell with the little hint of floral, and it has like little shimmers of mica in it, so when you put it on, your legs, your arms glisten. And then of course the Rio Radiance body mist is obviously very solar. I mean, these two together, amazing. And then spray your other solar fragrances on top of it in your sun-kissed goddess. Okay, so yeah, you saw that combination here on my channel. I talked about it in my layering combo. I put it out on Instagram. Don't miss that layering combo, and if you missed my layering combo video, watch that. Okay, you guys, that's it. So those are the amazing divine solar fragrances that I cannot live without in the summertime. There's no summer without them. There is no sunshine without them. Okay, let me know down in the comment section, what are your favorite solar fragrances that you adore? Did I miss something divine? Sun-kissed goddess solar fragrance that I didn't mention? Please let me know if YouTube is deleting your comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, the black button down there, if you haven't already. Helps me grow my community, you know the drill. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.